Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Morning Hustle. It's two dudes who are out on their grind and they doing big things in the culture, man. Make some noise one time for Trevor Jackson and Adé.
What up? What up? Thank y'all for
What's going
having us.
on?
Now we're definitely all quarantined up, but you're definitely making music where people can have quarantine babies too.
For
Yo,
sure.
your new record "Don't Cry" is crazy, man. How'd y'all two even link up?
Through a mutual friend. I'm pretty sure some of y'all familiar with DJ Money
Oh, we
from
love DJ
DTLE.
Money.
Yeah, he's a
Him
beast.
and him and Trevor have been working on music for a little bit now. I'm not sure
For a
how
long
long you
time. Yeah,
know.
it's probably
Yeah.
probably since I was like, shoot, I'd say 18, 19. We had just been like linking up working. And then I remember one day, this is probably like maybe a year ago or a year or two ago, we was working and we made like 4 records in the night. And he's like, yo, I need you to meet this artist. He's freaking cold. And I was like, bet, bet. So we met, we played each other some music, and then Money played me this beat. And then I came up with the hook, and then he came in there and murdered the verses, and it kind of happened organically like that, which is how I think some of the best records always come out. So I'm happy with the way it turned out.
Yeah. Shout out to AO and Keys for lacing that one too.
Yep,
They
yep.
killed that.
I know a
And,
day
and
when I first heard your music because I moved to DC a few months ago, and Ange and them was putting me onto a bunch of things, but you had one record that I was just like, nah, who is this? He is fire. So they definitely put me on because you have your own sound, and even though you do embody, DC with the go-go flow, you will go, but you also have, that talent to just go in as well.
Nah, man, appreciate it. Yeah, nah, I've been out here doing my thing for a while. Um, it's just getting better over time. But
yeah,
with this
we
new
were talking
record,
about these different concerts you've been doing, like you were saying, right now with the coronavirus shutting things down, like artists aren't able to get to the bag. You were looking forward to upcoming festivals and all that. So speak a little bit to just the kind of change for you and what you're doing in the meantime.
I'm getting into things that I never normally would do. Like yesterday, I figured out how to make something on TikTok. Like that's something I never have wanted to, or even I'm not like somebody that does like online, like an online comedian or anything like that. So I don't know, I'm just finding new interesting ways to just connect with fans, because I'm used to going out and doing shows, but while I'm in the house, I'm figuring it all out, one
Did you
day at
make
a
a
Now,
time.
dance
Trevor,
to sorry, did you
okay.
make a dance to your own song on TikTok or were you doing one of the challenges?
One thing I'm not is a dancer.
You could have
So
had Trevor help you out.
nah,
True.
I just lean back and do the rock away.
We was
I don't
talking about
dance, man.
simple dances earlier. Them simple dances is still where it was
Yeah.
at. What was that joint we was doing when you just move your hand, the flexing?
Oh
Like
yeah.
sometimes the simple things, man, to get it to go. Now,
It's
Trevor,
just I
on your
start.
end,
My
you said
fault.
what?
My fault. I was just saying I start and then I feel like an idiot. So
Me too.
Smooth.
I break it.
You
But my
got to know
fault.
your
Go ahead.
comfort zone. Now,
Yeah.
now, Trevor, on your end, man, like you got a day, like with the concerts being put on hold right now, and y'all got a monster record. I can't wait to see how this is executed live when you guys get out there and perform. But even on the Hollywood side of things, this whole Corona thing is affecting, productions. Have y'all even like remotely discussed when y'all gonna get back to taping new episodes of Grownish for the next season?
Oh yeah, that definitely got pushed back. We were supposed to start in May, but that ain't happening.
Oh man.
Yeah, that definitely got pushed back. So I have no idea, but the good news about it is, like he said, just been in the crib cooking up new songs and getting ready to release the next, batch of music, which I'm super excited about. I think it's the best batch of music so far. Yeah, and just getting videos ready, album covers ready. And yeah, it's just giving me more time to prepare, because most of the time I'd be shooting and trying to prepare. So my mind's kind of stretched everywhere, but I got a little more time to just, kind of dial in and focus on the things I need to, which I think is kind of beneficial. I know right now the world is like, looking at it a certain way, but there's a lot of positives to it too, I think, just kind of reevaluating, resetting. I think is always important, especially for us in the entertainment industry. We're all trying to always go and be better, but sometimes it takes a step back to, get better and
Right.
yeah, just look at yourself from a different perspective. So
Trevor, I
So
love how your character on Grownish, Aaron, is has really grown on this film. So like basically where we're at now is you addressed a major issue for a lot of students, college students, which is student debt in Grownish,
yeah,
and how your character Aaron, he's excited to graduate and doesn't realize how much money he owes back, but then he
yeah,
realizes that he gets an opportunity to work at the university, and now he's in like sort of like a leadership assistant role, but now he's
yeah,
getting his debts, he's getting his master's degree. He's
yep.
getting his master's degree now, and it's going to be paid for. I thought it was so dope just to kind of to bring that to light and some of the other issues that Grownish covers. But can you
Yeah,
speak
I
a little
think
bit to your character and just addressing that?
yeah, I think that's why Grownish is such a good show though, because we talk about the stuff that people all know about but are afraid to speak up and talk about.
Mm.
Right.
And me personally, never going to college, but my brother went to college, and he's still dealing with that. A lot of people are dealing with this, and it's just like it kind of sets you up to fail a little bit. So I think the only way to change things is to get it in the conversation and open that door of communication, so that people can really figure out better ways. But if everybody has their mouth quiet, then we'll just keep suffering. Closed mouths don't get fed. So I think Grownish is a very, very I just think we're not afraid to talk about those things, which is why I feel like people love the show.
Hmm.
But other concepts, even like the athletes and how athletes don't get paid, like there's so much stuff going on. And
Yeah.
but again, what I do love about the show is it's never preachy. The show is never like you should do this, you should do that. It just gives you exactly what it is. And obviously, if you're a sensible human being, you'll kind of go with the latter, which would ever make sense. But it never is like trying to push it down your throat. You know what I'm saying? It just
Yeah.
And
kind
we
of
No,
had
presents it.
Diggy come and visit us in the studio the other day,
Oh
and we
yeah.
talked about how y'all all look like y'all really just hang out, like y'all really just friends. Who on the set would you say are you the closest to on the Grownish set?
Well, I say Dig only because I've known him way before. We did a tour back when I was like 16. We toured for like 4 months together, and then we did a bunch of music together. We done music videos together, so that's been my bro for a long time. But I love Jordan. I mean, they're all my family for sure. But definitely, I'm closer to the guys, obviously, because we got more to talk about. But it's awesome, man. I have a blast, and it doesn't feel like work. You just get to go and be with people that you love, and everybody inspires me in one way or another, whether it's to be more kind or to, it's great, man. Great batch of people.
how do you think you and Zoe's relationship is gonna progress? I'm low key, I loved Luca and Zoe, but I think Aaron is pretty good for
Okay,
her.
what you're
What do you
saying
Right.
think?
right
I
now is
agree.
that what you're trying to say right now is that you already was on Luca's side, but now that didn't work. You're trying to switch teams, like when
No,
LeBron,
no.
like when LeBron went to Lakers. Now you're a Laker fan. That's what you're
No, I'm
doing.
not
She
gonna lie.
was
I
together with
always
both
thought
of
that they
y'all.
were gonna. I always thought y'all two were gonna be together. I didn't think that Luca was gonna end up even being able. All right, he's a nice looking guy, but I didn't think he was gonna be able to slide in. I thought y'all was always supposed to be the two that were together.
Oh, okay, okay. But yeah, you could tell by what she said. She said, I mean, at first, I wasn't Luca, and then you try to
Because
change.
she look Zoe looks good with both of y'all, so it's hard because you like them both.
That's true. That's true.
I
It's
feel it. I feel
hard.
it. What was your question again? I'm sorry, I got a little bit upset.
How do you feel like your relationship is gonna progress now? Like where
Oh,
is
I
it going?
think
Because you gave her the
uh
kiss.
I mean, who knows? If I answer, I could get fired. But I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be good. There's gonna be a lot of up and downs, and you just gotta watch.
Right.
But do y'all
Right.
ever start to grow like a crush on each other? Because like y'all do a lot of kissing up in this show, like a lot of
Well,
y'all
Yar's
cast.
Yar's Yar's my baby sister, man. She probably hates that I call her baby, but that's just how I've always looked at her. But like I said, she's one of the most inspiring human beings that I've met, and just in terms of her view on the world and how badly she wants to make it better. And everybody does that in their own way, right? Whether it's politics, whether it's music, whether it's projects that they're directing, and she's
Right.
very, very passionate about those things. And so, yeah, but she's definitely, a very beautiful girl, obviously, and whoever ends up with her would be a very lucky person. But yeah, that's one of my
Aw.
best friends. Yeah.
Now, who on the cast you don't look at like a baby sister?
Uh, I don't think they've been on the show yet.
Oh.
Oh, that's what's up.
Oh, that means they're
Jack
coming
do big
next
things.
season.
So, no doubt. Well,
Oh
speaking to
yeah.
the record real quick, Don't Cry, man. Trevor Jackson of Adé. It's a big tune. So let's just say if this record is completely out of here by the summer, could y'all see yourselves going in the studio and cooking up a whole like collab project together? Because collabs help
that'd
build
be
brands and more fans.
that'd be easy. That would
Uh,
take probably about 2-3 days.
You know, we definitely talked about making more music together. So hopefully we'll cook up enough stuff to see how it goes. See
Well,
where it
Yeah,
goes
that'd
Ade,
from
be
there.
hard.
Ade, let's talk about you for a second and your love life because I know you like models and in the I'm sorry.
Nothing. Go ahead.
He's
So yeah,
laughing.
yeah, I know you like models. You're a big fan of models, and you date models. But in the song, you actually said a freak, lady in the streets or whatever, or a freak like April Jones. So
Ah,
what?
yep.
Yeah, yeah. Listen now. So what? What exactly did you mean by that line?
Um, you know, as
Is
a
that your
rapper,
type?
I just try to be clever. You know what I'm saying? And based on the majority of public opinion is that April Jones is a little wild for the stuff he's done. I'm not saying specifically that's what I think. I'm just saying
Hmm.
that's what the majority thinks. She's had a little wild, love life, and
Okay.
it was just play on words for me.
Some
Okay.
wordplay, some wordplay. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Sometimes you gotta play on the
Y'all
words.
also
Hey,
talk about the difference between getting freaked and getting loved. So, what would y'all prefer?
Um, I think it's all timing. I mean, when I was writing that hook, I was kind of thinking about my life, and I was like, I've seen more, women be able to maybe deliver on that front, but then when it comes to just regular everyday stuff, maybe not be as. These are just women that I've met, not all women, but
Hmm.
the women that I have met, I feel like, we've been able to have a good time, but then when it comes to just everyday stuff, and maybe it's not, knowing how to love someone is a little more difficult than knowing how to freak somebody. You know what I'm saying? And so that's kind
Hmm.
of like what I was thinking about. I was like, man, I just, want to be loved. Like, I've gotten that before. I've seen what that looks like, but I want to, know what the other side is like, what it's like to just have somebody there for you. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what that song is kind of about. And when I was coming up with the hook, I was just thinking about that, especially, being an entertainer, you're touring, you're on set, you know what I'm saying? And people kind of, they just want to say that they had you and not have you, which is very
Mm.
different.
mm,
So that's kind of where I was going with it.
And I
Hey,
gotta
that's
big y'all up because the video is definitely on par with the times, and it
Fire.
is very quarantine friendly. Because there's about 10 people in the club in which you guys are at, and
Exactly. Exactly. That was
you guys are
intentional. That was
practicing social distancing in the whole video, and like you guys are on point. The timing is just impeccable. Y'all need to pull this joint up. The Don't Cry video is a whole vibe right now.
yeah, that's
oh man, we
hey
were trying
How
to
it,
Trevor.
keep the shots tight, man.
Say what?
I said we was trying to keep the shots real tight, man. But I
We
guess
try to keep the
No,
shots
but
tight,
it
but
still looks sexy. Like this video is a sign of the times. It's like y'all knew
It's
this was
nice.
coming.
Mm.
Hey, since we in these times, this the question I got. It's real simple. Hey man, y'all both got a house. Y'all trapped. Y'all got to do the rest of the ride this out. Social distancing. The world could be coming to an end. You quarantine. Who are the two women y'all adding in the house? What you
two?
got, Trev?
hey,
Who you
random
who?
women.
Oh,
Hey
one
man,
each.
we people. Who you got? The two women you
Wait,
adding in there. You
April
get
Jones
one.
for
I
a day.
wait. Are you saying one woman per household, or you're saying two?
two, bro. That's the train. That
Okay,
ain't what
okay,
I'm saying.
okay. Okay. Oh, damn. I'm gonna say Salma Hayek. That's one of my favorites.
Okay.
What's up?
So
She's aging
Salma,
well too.
I think she's out
Salma
of your
Good
Hayek.
choice.
age range, Trevor.
Salma, I just want to, a nurturing touch. You know what I'm saying? Just, rub my head. Tell me that I'm beautiful. Okay, hold on. And then I get one more. Shoot.
They got one. What you got, bro?
Who's yours?
April
oh man,
Jones, I answered you.
I got a girl, so these type of questions are a little tricky for me.
Ooh.
She needs to know you in a profession where you can answer questions. You all right?
Well, why wouldn't
Exactly.
you pick your girl?
Yeah, that ain't
So
what he want to
why?
answer. That ain't what he want to say.
I don't know,
Man,
man.
like what if
Wow.
your girl was quarantined but wasn't allowed in the house and you had to have somebody up in there? So there you go. That's your life preserver.
I, I wouldn't.
Your girl
But,
already got it.
Hey guys,
Let me
she's right
think,
next
let
to
me
him
think,
right
let
now.
me
She's
think.
right next to
Oh
him.
yeah, that's what it is. She like, you better say me right
He's like,
now.
nigga, I swear. Say
Let me
something else.
think.
Say something else.
I like SZA. She's a good vibe.
Okay, Scissor.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Bet.
Well, you
Oh, I'll
got
take
Selma
Sabrina
Hayek
Claudia.
and SZA.
That's like the most random pair.
You got somebody that can roll and somebody that can cook. Well, I feel
Yes,
that.
definitely could.
And Selma Hayek look like she still produce milk, so I ain't mad at that either.
Absolutely.
All right.
What's something
Yeah,
that
you know,
y'all haven't been
Yeah.
able to do or get to since y'all been quarantined?
Yo, so when it first started off, I was still going surfing every day. Like I was still going to the beach. Then I just saw 2 days ago on Instagram some guy in Peru. They arrested him outside, like he's coming outside the water. Like 5 cops are around him. They're taking his surfboard, shoving him in the cop car. I'm like, man,
Oh no.
I'm not trying to do all that.
So no more
So that,
surfing.
that sucks.
Nobody wants
So
to be cuffed wet.
that kind of hurts.
I was just getting in a good groove of going to the gym, but now with stuff that's going on, it's like the gym is probably the worst place you could go.
So now you going to the kitchen.
Yeah, thanks. Let's see that.
Since this quarantine has happened, have you guys like assumed that you probably lost weight or gained weight?
I definitely gained weight. I've been eating.
I'll be honest, I lost weight. I'll
Oh.
be like, a lot of times I'll sit and record, and then I'll eat like once a day because I'm so focused on recording that I even forget that I'm supposed to eat.
Yeah.
So I've lost a little bit of weight.
Yeah, no, I just eat a lot. There's a Taco Bell right by my crib, so I still go to the drive-through. You know what I'm saying? And if not that, I'll do this thing now where I'll just walk into my kitchen and just look in the fridge and in the pantry and just stand there for a few minutes. And I'm not even hungry. I'll just grab whatever I'm feeling. Boredom,
Trevor,
guys. Boredom.
Trevor, is there any other projects that you're working on outside of Grownish, like any movies or anything that we can look forward to seeing you in?
I'm definitely producing some stuff, but
Oh,
it's
that's
still
cool.
still in the beginning stages. But main focus right now is the album that I'm dropping. That's kind of been like the main kind of running everything that I'm doing. Every morning I wake up on a conference call trying to figure out getting the records cleared, getting the features. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's exciting.
What's the name of the album?
The Love Language.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and then blast this off on the people, man, and create some new Corona babies, all right? Man, we got Adé on the line. Trevor Jackson's on the line right now. And tell them the name of the joint.
It's called Don't
Act like you got a
Cry.
radio show and blast it off.
Yeah, you gotta hype it out, Adé.
This gonna be the biggest song of the summer. It's called "Don't Cry." It's featuring my man Trevor Jackson, produced by Ao and Keys. It got a like a '90s. If you're a fan of like '90s hip hop, bad boy sound, this one's for you. It's called "Don't Cry." Adé, Trevor Jackson. Let's go.
One time, y'all. Adé and Trevor Jackson. These boys got a hit on their hands. It's the morning hustle, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yo, man, thank y'all so much for your energy, man. We got to get y'all to pull up. We was actually talking about doing some like Instagram stuff. So, we could probably maybe put y'all in the fray and get y'all down with it just to like, just another way to hype the song up,
Yep.
on the second lap of momentum you guys are trying to get.
Thank you so much,
Oh,
man.
whatever.
Appreciate that.
Word up, man. Well, yo, be safe out there, man. And, social distancing at its finest, man. Preserve them voices.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One love, y'all. Hey, good to hear from all y'all.
We are the morning hustle.